Hey guys, welcome back to today's video. So today's manicure is winter inspired. It's blue and silver. I'm using Virgo and Gem advent calendar colors. These colors just match so perfectly together. I love them. So I wanted to do this manicure because it's actually still snowing as I speak, and it's just been very, very wintry and snowy here, and I thought this would be a good time to do this manicure. So I'm going to go in with my iGel Biutee gel base. I'm going to do one coat like I always do, and then I'm going to cure for 60 seconds, and then do my second coat like I always do, and then we can get on to the stamping nail art. I just started using stamping plates, and I really, really like them so far. I can definitely see how it becomes an addiction. And yeah, so I'm just gonna fast forward this a little bit, let you guys watch through, and I'll come back soon. Alright, so I've cured that for 60 seconds. Now I'm just going to dust off all the excess. I like to use a stiff scrubby brush. It just really gets all of the extra dust off. That way there isn't any like cloudiness or anything in between each layer. So I'm just going to brush this off. I'm going to go with my second layer. I'll cure it for another 60 seconds and I'll come right back. Okay, so now that's all cured. I'm just going to go in with my iGel Beauty Base one more time for one protective layer. This just makes it so I don't file off any color or any extra glitter. It would be in place of using clear dip powder because clear dip powder and gel liquids do not mix very well. They tend to get cloudy and disoriented, and it's just not a good combination. So this is how I make a nice protective layer over my color. I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds and then I'll be back. Alright, so that is all cured. I'm just going to remove the tacky layer with a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a lint-free wipe. And then I'm going to get into my filing. I'm not going to file a ton on camera just because it's the same process every single time. Just with gel, there's minimal filing that you need to do because the layers are so thin compared to dip liquids. So I'm pretty much just filing the edges up a little bit, getting the cuticle area a little bit better, and then I'm going to use my buffer block here and just kind of get a nice rough surface, and then we're going to get into some stamping. Okay, so now we're going to get into the stamping part. So I'm going to stamp a snowflake onto my ring finger. And stamping can be tricky if you're not patient, or if you're as OCD as I am. I'm very particular about exactly how I want it. So it does take me a couple tries to pick up the actual stamp. But as you can see here, I'm using my clear jelly stamper and a lint brush. So you don't want to use any acetone or alcohol on your actual jelly silicone part because it will break it down after a while. So lint brush is the best way to remove any hair or any excess nail polish off of the stamper itself. But on the actual plate you can use, I like to use acetone, just works best. So I'm just going to try to pick out my colors. I thought I was going to use white at first, but then the silver ended up looking nicer with the gray that I have on my fingers. So I'm using the silver. What I'm going to do is put a thin layer onto the stamping plate, you'll see, and I'm going to take the scraper and scrape down and then stamp as quick as possible, because stamping polish is different from regular polish because it dries a lot quicker than regular polish. You could use regular polish, you could even use gel polish if you wanted to. I just got this stamping kit for Christmas, so that's just what I'm using, but you can pretty much use whatever you have on hand. So I'm putting the polish right over the decal that I want, and then as you can see I'm going to scrape down in one fluid motion, and then I'm going to take my jelly stamper and pick it up, and you can pretty much examine it at this point, and if you can see there's some pieces missing, little splotches, or if it's spread too much, it's very easy to remove with your lint brush. But I'm just going to keep doing this until I find exactly the right type of stamp that I want. And this is why it's kind of can be frustrating and why you need a lot of patience to use them. But once you get the hang of it, it ends up being really easy and you can get some really cool designs. So I'm just going to do this and I'll come back with some final thoughts. Really quick too, I forgot that I did this. I put a little bit of the stamping polish on a plate, and I grabbed a really thin liner brush, and I'm just gonna fill in. I had a little bit of like bubbles or something, and I'm just gonna fill it in on my nail just so that it's 100% like completely full and it's not splotchy or anything. But I am gonna let this polish dry for a little while. I want to make sure it's 100% dry before I go in with my top coat, because I don't want to smudge anything and then just completely ruin all the hard work I put in. So I'm gonna let this dry. I think I let it dry for about 5-10 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna come back in and we'll finish up and get the top coat on. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my iGel Biutee gel top coat. I'm going to do one thin layer of this. I'm going to cure it for 60 seconds. Top coat, you want to make sure that you cap off your free edge of your nail so it prevents any extra chipping or anything. So I'm going to get this all cured, and I'm going to get some cuticle oil on, and I'll be right back. Alright, so my top coat is all cured. This iGel Biutee top coat is a no wipe gel top coat, so you don't have to use any alcohol and get rid of any tacky layer. It's already perfectly smooth, not tacky at all. I'm just going in with some eucalyptus cuticle oil. I'm going to massage this into my fingers, and that'll be the final mani. I really like how this came out. It is perfect for the weather right now. And if you guys have any questions, if you want to see anything specific done, please leave them in the comments below. But other than that, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.